That's my point. What's up? Good to see you, Rusty.
Good to see you too, man.
Episode number 3.
Number 3. Amazing.
So,
it's already happening.
I know. We're moving along, and thank you for anybody that's following us. And we're gonna try to make sure that we keep up the content and keep you guys entertained.
That's right. So we wanted to get into a couple of topics, and we don't even really have them down right now. But
I know you have one, and I think I have one too. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you have one that's maybe like we could go with something more of the political one or something like that?
The political route? Okay. So
life.
as far as the political route, I really wanted to know what you think about the Democratic primary with the coin flip and all that. Did you see that one?
What the hell is going on? I am 100% with you. I watched the video myself, and for people that don't know, then in the Iowa caucus,
yes,
the system broke down.
Was it Iowa where they did the? Yeah, that was the first one.
It was
right?
the first one. It was the Iowa caucus, and the system broke down, and it became between Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders, and the guy that's from the DNC that flips the coin catches it
and looks at it and goes,
turns it over, and then turns it over like
right. What?
You know what? You're seeing it right now more too with the fact that Joe Biden's been so far behind, and then got this crazy. I don't know if you saw.
Crazy push on the last one.
Because
right.
I mean, whether you like Bernie Sanders or not, the DNC does not like him. And they don't want him as the nominee, and they're doing, in my personal opinion, they're doing everything to stop what the public, in some ways, want.
Yeah. Because
there's obviously crowds of people that want that, but now what they're doing, and I mean, it really happened in my opinion last night, because as soon as Klobuchar and Buttigieg left, those delegates went straight into Biden.
Straight to the other one, exactly.
And so Bloomberg's just announced he's leaving today too, and really he'll probably get his. So,
even though last week he was like, no, even if I don't get him, we're in there. We're going.
You're totally right. But I guess what I was thinking too earlier is it shows that it's taking 3 to 4 people to equal what Bernie did by himself.
Oh, really? See, I didn't even consider that fact.
I did. It popped in my head. I'm like, when you look at the numbers, I'm like, these people had to give all their delegates to Biden to give him this crazy push. But Sanders is right there next to him on his own.
On his own.
With 4 or 5 people that were talking shit about him the whole time. Elizabeth Warren, I don't even know why you're in it still. I mean...
That's right, Pocahontas.
You know what, though? I listened to a show today, and I did see something that she could be in it to just steal more from Bernie.
Well, that's true.
And that would make sense with...
So have you heard people say, oh, it should be Bernie and Warren?
I just think after their little...
Which, I mean, how can you trust her? Right?
To be honest with you, I think... I don't know if you...
I know she used to be a Republican.
No, I'm not saying anything. I was going to say, I don't know how much you know about it, but I kind of feel it should be Bernie and Tulsi Gabbard.
You know what? I heard one of the Rogan podcasts with her.
I know she's done 2, but yeah. Did you see the single one or the one with Jocko Willem?
It was the one with Jocko.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that one, and it was really good. I actually did like what she had to say about being...
Foreign affairs?
Yes, foreign affairs, being non-interventionist and pulling our troops out of these areas. Of course, that's what Trump said too, right? And he kind of started, and then all of a sudden there was some bombing going on over there in Syria.
Well, how about at least we can say she is a vet. She is somebody that is saying, no, I do see it. Trump was still a TV show host before it that said he was going to get all these things done.
Well, but that's what I kind of like about Trump is because as far as politics go, I mean, whether or not he was, I didn't even know. I can honestly say I never once watched his "You're Fired" show. I know he said "You're fired" because I've heard it on clips or "You're fired," right? I mean, I've seen that, but I've never watched one of those shows, and honestly, I could care less about him before politics. So I come at the angle of my entire life. Like my entire adult life from probably 19, 20 around there when I really heavily started getting into politics and wanting to know about how things work with money and laws and all this stuff, right? Was when I really started getting into it. And then this is the first time in my entire adult life, for probably about a year and a half now, where I've just completely checked out.
You backed out of it.
I have completely checked out to the point where when somebody's telling me something that they just heard, I already heard about it, I don't know how many years ago, right? I mean, a lot of years ago. Whether it was about, oh, Epstein's a scumbag. Heard about Epstein years ago when it all came out with Bill Clinton on the Lolita Express and the whole bit. Like, Epstein's name was there. Just like
Trump was there too, though. Trump was on that plane with him too. He's been on there.
Trump has been on that plane. He has.
I'm not saying either. I'm not saying anything.
So maybe he's a big psyop too, and I don't know. Maybe he is. But what I'm saying is that guy's name, I've already known it.
Yeah.
Just like Podesta's. And you say, when I bring up Podesta, the Podesta brothers to people, they're like,
John
who's
Podesta.
that? You know? Well, it was only Hillary's campaign manager, and he's been around politics forever, just like Roger Stone, right? But who ever heard of Roger Stone, unless you were really paying attention, before the lawsuits and whatever else, right? And then, of course, you may have heard about him a little bit before that because of his connection to
Pizzagate,
Julian
right?
Assange.
Pizzagate too, right? Wasn't he in that?
I don't...
Didn't his name get pulled into that one too?
Like how he's part of Pizzagate?
Yeah.
He might be. I mean, I don't know.
You're right though, because ever since a lot of post, what is it? Maybe probably Hillary during the last time, but there's been a lot more of those names popping up more and more.
Oh yeah, those old dudes that have been around in politics for a long while. You know, I mean, pretty much you're either part of it or you know about it. You know about the pedophilia and you know about the blackmail and everything else. Because I think a lot of these dudes...
There might be some people that are in the clear though too. To be
well, there
clear.
might be.
There's a lot of politics. There's a lot of There's a lot of local to higher. There you can't to say every one of them. But
at the highest levels, all pedophiles. At the highest levels, they're all pedophiles, and they... So just like...
Well, that's just you saying that number one.
No, check it out. Just like good men are bound by their honor, right? Like, if you're a good man and I give you my word, I'm going to keep it, right?
Well, but even bad people do good things, though.
Bad people do good things, but I'm
that
talking
could make
about...
him a good man, though.
I'm talking about what people are bound by.
Well, they're not bound by anything, actually.
You're either bound by your word and your honor, or you're not.
You're not bound by it regardless. You're hoping in theory that you would stand by it, but I mean, there's nothing making you have to be bound by that, dude.
Well, no, your own person does.
That's
your
what
inner core. Of
if you choose to go that route.
If I told you, Alikai, I'm gonna go to your house and I'm gonna fix this thing on Tuesday. I would be there on Tuesday, and I would be fixing your whatever it is, right? Because I'm bound by my honor to do that.
You choose though too, because you don't have to come to my house, and if you don't come, I'm just gonna go, this guy's a horrible guy at what he does. But that doesn't mean you were bound to do anything, but you definitely choose your honor, and I do understand what you're saying, though. I do respect that. I do respect it.
If I choose to do something, am I bound by my choice?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe I'm not putting this properly.
Maybe you're not, because you
I'm talking about there's something within yourself.
I know your own
that
compass.
You can't break.
But
I'm not talking about
I
an
think.
external
Well, see,
bound.
I think I don't.
An
I don't think. I think
an external bound is something completely different.
No. Internally, anything can break sometimes, though. Anything can break. I don't agree that. I mean that you. Some people will be 99.9%, but then there will be that one time even they break in something.
Well, I agree with that.
And that's what I mean. You're not
That's
bound.
what a sin is. Sin,
Sure. If you want to look religiously or something, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know what sin means? Like the word.
Well, go ahead. Give me the
means
definition.
missing the mark.
Okay.
So a sin is simply missing the mark of where you were aiming.
Okay.
That's all the word means.
Well, that I feel like that would be a good word to look up to because I'm sure there's some more behind it, but that's really cool to know. I mean, I didn't know that. So missing the mark. I mean, I get it because yeah, but that's what I meant too, though. It's like you could. You've seen so many good people have that moment of, I guess, a sin.
Failure.
A failure.
Yeah. Failure to hit the mark.
And failure too is an interesting thing though too, because really it is the definition sometimes is being able to get up from failure, which is sometimes even stronger a motivation sometimes too. You know what I mean? And that's so sometimes even when you weren't bound by something like you know what I mean, like you should have been bound by like just your internal honor and stuff like that. Sometimes hopefully you can make it back, but yeah, I mean I get what you were going with it though, but I just was trying to figure out once you said it later on that made more sense to me, but yeah that. We kind of got away from what you originally were talking about with the DNC. Let me throw something a little bit different.
All right, I know we kind of went off into the weeds there. Go ahead, get us back on track.
That's okay. Sorry.
I actually want you to.
Sorry, everybody. I know sometimes we don't want to get too in the weeds for you guys, but this one's gonna be fun because it's right now, and everybody's got their own take on it. Coranvirus.
I think it's just the same as Zika, Ebola, all these other ones that they hit us with every 2 years. I mean, dude, I have, back when InfoWars was printing magazines, like I have one of still in my possession because at the time, like when they were putting out the magazine, I was stoked. Like, I liked the magazine because it was print, right? Mm-hmm. And I would order like 20 copies and I'd hand them out to some of my customers and I would just have them around.
So would it have something to do with viruses or something?
Oh, yeah. So one of the last issues, it was like 3 or 4 before the end, and they had this picture of like Obama in a gas mask sort of a thing. And it said Ebola, and it was talking about the Ebola outbreak over in Africa, and then there was a few people getting over here that had it, and like 1 or 2 people caught it. And I don't remember if this was the article, what it said in there. I just am kind of going off my memory at the time.
This is when we should be looking stuff up right now. Okay. But just keep going with it.
Either way, I don't remember exactly what the article said, but I have the magazine. It's under the seat in my truck. Like there's 3 copies that are still there, and I keep putting them back every time I clean out my truck. You know, I mean, I clean out my truck quite a bit because I work in it and it collects things, so it happens like at least once a month where I pull everything out and vacuum it, and and these magazines always wind up back underneath the seat. So they've been there for several years now, and I see it like every once in a while. I could see the little corner or whatever when I open up my thing and I'm going to get out my tools. I pull the seat forward and there's like Ebola, and I'm thinking like, dude, coronavirus is the exact same thing, and all they're doing is wanting people to get ready to take vaccinations. Like when the swine flu, when that one was going around, Sadie was getting her early vaccinations, like she was probably 4 years old or something, right before she was going to go into kindergarten.
Well, you have to get your vaccine before you go in.
Right. So she got a grip of vaccinations at that point, which I was not as skeptical as now, right? But so she took her vaccinations, and then, oh, do you want to take the swine flu one? I was like, no, dude, this just came out 2 months ago. The very first thing we heard about swine flu was 4 months ago. And all of a sudden, or maybe 6 months ago, it was maybe 4 months we heard about it. And then, like, by the time my daughter was going to get vaccinated, it had been like 6 months or something. Do you want to get this vaccine? I was like, no. I would rather take the chance that I might get sick, or my daughter might get sick and puke a few times and get better, and then have all the natural immunities that your body does, right?
So you're assuming it's natural made too, though.
Okay, so you're a conspiracy theorist that thinks it's man-made? Is that what you're saying?
I'm finding it interesting. The guy that I always talks about so many conspiracies isn't assuming it's not man-made.
Dude,
I was thinking the opposite, actually.
Okay, so now you're the conspiracy theorist.
No, I just said no. You didn't listen to me.
I heard what you said.
What did I say?
You said that the guy that's normally the conspiracy theorist, you would think that I would think it was man-made, but I'm thinking that it's possibly natural, or I'm thinking that it's just another media hype coming from up
That's
here.
what I'm saying. So it's not me. I thought you would think that. I didn't think me. I would. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but then
I thought you would have said that. That's all I'm saying.
And then you said, "Oh, that's maybe more me or something." Like
I didn't say that.
Okay,
at all.
well then I don't know what you said.
This is where when you're drunk, though, it's a little hard sometimes.
No, okay. Anyway, you just said that you thought all the shit that I just said, right?
I thought you would have been the conspiracy theorist on that. That's what I said.
Okay.
I'm just surprised that she didn't throw it in there. That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you that you're the conspiracy theorist for bringing that stuff up.
No.
Like, I don't even bring it up. You're the one that brought all that up. And I don't even think so.
No. I brought up that you would have thought of it that way, though. That's what.
Well, I don't. I think if it is.
Well, you just got also telling me that every person at the higher level is a pedophile. So, I mean, to be fair, you're the guy that brings the conspiracy in there. So you can't really be fair and say that you don't bring it up. So that's my point exactly. I'm saying. So I just meant that, but I was just kind of being facetious anyways, joking that I'm surprised you weren't, but I really I don't want to.
And you think I'm drunk.
I don't want, well, I definitely know you definitely are a little bit. For one, though, this is where I was going to have fun with it because I didn't want you to get in the weeds a little bit. So, are you familiar with Dean Koontz's book, The Eye of Darkness?
No, I'm not.
So, he's got a book that was actually written in 1981 that actually tells the story of a super virus that's created in China. Right?
Oh, is this the one where it says even Wuhan in 2020?
It's called Wuhan 400.
I saw that the thing on the screen where it said, "Oh, there's a super virus."
It's in the book. It's in the book. Right. Yeah, it's checked on the book. Yeah, and this is where really I want to
go ahead.
I thought this would be fun to bring up because you're like, that's why I was kind of leading into it. The fact that I just saw that and you're like, not you, but when I saw it, I was like, dude, that's something that would be a fun topic to talk about. Cause
I've seen it,
Because for the people that haven't seen it,
I've seen did you see the cartoon with Kobe Bryant dying in a helicopter crash, like in 2010 or something like that?
No.
Oh, see, there's a bunch of these.
But to be fair, I mean, most people knew he took a helicopter every single day.
Okay, well, back in...
That would be like saying a video of you in a car crash. You're in your car every day. I mean...
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying that for the average of him, he did fly every single day in that helicopter.
I don't know if he was doing that.
What was it from, though? Just so we make sure we don't throw things out there.
No, I can't remember the name of the cartoon. Dude, just check it out. Google it. Cartoon predicts. Okay.
Go for it. Might as well. But yeah,
go ahead and continue.
I was just going to keep continuing. I thought it was very interesting that, Dean Koontz came out with a book in 1981 that literally called The Eye of Darkness that predicts the virus, the coronavirus, and it calls it the Wuhan 400.
Is it Kobe K or C?
Kobe.
Kobe?
Yeah.
Kobe. Helicopter?
Bryant, or helicopter maybe?
Something is redlined there. What is that?
Predicts. You just didn't spell predicts right, but
I think it'll catch it. Okay, I can't read that from here.
So go ahead, try that one right there. Yeah, no,
the
go
top
down.
one or the
no, go
second
down.
one?
Go right there. Yeah, let's check it right there. So he's looking up the cartoon to see what it was from. And it looks at cartoons. The Legend of Chamberlain Heights. Where Cobra.
Chamberlain Heights. That's the name of the cartoon.
Chamberlain Heights. I've never even heard of that cartoon. Oh, that's pretty ghetto looking.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like South Parkish, but
way worse than that. Even. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean that. I can't even say that predicted, man.
So that is also at 1.5 speed because a lot of times I kick up the speed on my playbacks to run it faster.
Run it faster.
Right. So it actually wasn't that fast.
No, that's okay. I mean, it wouldn't have changed too much from what you and I just saw.
It wouldn't have changed anything.
It's him crashing in a helicopter with his 2 trophies, getting out and talking to the kids.
Well, he didn't even get out. Yeah, actually, if you hear the audio, he asks them, "Oh, help me get out," and they kind of say something about, "Well, what are you going to give me?" You know, and he's like, "Nothing," blah blah. Or I don't know. It's a bad paraphrase. I'm totally wrong on that. But he does ask for help, and they deny it, and then they just snag his rings.
Well, there you go, man. Well, I mean, like I said, I think it would be easy to use that just because he was commuting so much. I mean,
yeah.
If they put you in a helicopter and something happened like that, I would definitely go, whoa, that's way more.
You saying I don't helicopter around all my pools every day? What?
I forgot. That's how you find all your pools.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
just come helicoptering in. I saw you have a pool back there.
I just use the satellites.
I know that. Hey, Google Map, you told me, man. I mean, like, that's
amazing.
I find that to be, Rusty's a pool man, and he uses Google Satellite to kind of check out backyards,
right?
Which is
I just
creepy and smart at the exact same time.
Dude, I just click up Google Maps, and I kind of scroll out to a point where you can see a whole tract of homes, and wherever there's a bunch of pools in the back, that's where I want to go.
Smart idea, man. Using that to your advantage.
Yeah.
People use it for skate spots and stuff too nowadays. It's done. I mean, like.
Really?
Yeah, because you can 3D it. You can look in real life. You know what I mean? You can check out a ledge. You can check out stuff, dude.
Did you ever go out to the nude bowl way out?
You know, it's funny. I was just in Palm Springs today. I've been around it. I've been to Desert Hot Springs.
You haven't never skated it?
I've never skated it. I've never got
it. I skated it twice.
But to be fair, in like early '90s, we went up there to party, and there was a huge fire. It was one of the big times that actually they closed it down after and buried it, like right after that. And then it was buried for like a decade and a half or something like that. And then now it's no, I never skated it. You skated it?
Yeah, I skated it twice.
Oh wow, dude! It's kind of a trek out there because
it's a full-on trek out there.
I've not questioned it this way.
And depending on like the situation of the road at the time, I mean, you could be going boom, boom, going up this road to get to the little thing, right? Because it's just a dirt road, or at least it was.
No, it's funny. I've totally mapped. I like looked at it. I'm like, okay, so it stops right there at the road. Then I'm like, you gotta go and either like hike it or do something to get it because it's like. On the GPS, it's like that big, which is probably miles, but like and then I'm like, it's up in the hill because you can actually look up the coordinates now because so many people have been there.
Okay.
And so like you log it in and it kind of brings you there. I'm like, oh, okay.
The first time I went there, I was probably 17.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So that's actually right around the fire time.
Okay.
Yeah, because I probably, if you're 17, I'm 16, 15, I'm probably 14, 15. Because I'm what, 41? How old are you? 44?
45.
45?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's definitely probably, maybe a little bit before it. But yeah, that's probably right around that time.
And then I went up there not too long after that. It was like, it was 2 times that were fairly close together. It wasn't like weeks, it was months. But fairly close together. You know, my one buddy, I went out there. His name was Paul, and I'm drawing a blank on his last name right now. But anyway, my buddy Paul, and we cruised. He's like, oh, you know, blah blah blah, and we took the snake out there to the desert, right? And went and skated the nude bowl. And it was only me and him the first time. Yeah, that was pretty fun because I had never. I mean, I had skated other pools, but I hadn't really trekked to like this place that was just basically in the desert, and that was the only thing there. But you could tell people had partied because there was graffiti and whatever else there, you know, and not a whole lot. It was the real crappy.
Yeah, it's all redone now. It's all repainted now. It's all like
really?
It's all been like I think even fixed a little bit. Dude.
Really? Oh no, it was gnarly when we went there. There was a board or like a real skinny piece of board that went over the main drain at the bottom, and the light thing was out, and the coping was kind of jacked, but still you could hit it in certain spots, and you know.
Yeah. Is this the 80s or the 90s?
90s.
So are the wheels little then by that point, or are they
no,
still
we were still skating bigger wheels because like me and my friends, we never really liked the little wheels all that much.
Yeah, but it came a point you weren't going to be able to get anything but little wheels.
Well, remember, and that's what I was saying before. Hey, man, what's the biggest wheels do you have?
That's what I mean. So
like, oh, they're this
by
big.
93, you couldn't really get, like, they didn't make them anymore.
No, but we still had bigger wheels.
Okay.
You know? So I think I was skating like slime ball 2s.
Okay, yeah. Leftover 80s stuff, maybe, like late 80s, early 90s stuff. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I'm picturing that nude bowl being so like hard to skate with those little ass wheels, dude. Like.
No, I was skating it with bigger wheels. But I don't know if totally small wheels had really come in at that time. We were definitely getting harder wheels, right? Because for a long while, it was like 97s were the hardest you could get. And of course, for a wooden ramp, 97s were cool. And even some of the softer wheels, like maybe 95s or 92s, would be good for a wooden ramp. But for the concrete, you wanted that hard, just as hard as you could get, right? And then so it became a thing with...
Well, yeah, I don't like hard wheels, man.
Oh, yeah, so it became a thing with us to where we get as hard as we could get. Yeah. We were getting like 101s. Yeah. You're right. Getting those, you know, and just trying to go fast. But anyway, that was a whole different time.
Yeah, I never made it at the nude bowl. That was awesome. But, well, I mean, yeah, no, that kind of you know kind of ended on a good note because, yeah. This show's just a little bit about everything. I mean, we kind of went all over the place tonight, and just again like we usually do. But
it was a good time.
But I think let's end it on a little bit of skateboarding because I think that's some good common ground for us. That's always going to be nice common ground.
That was some common ground. Hey, but I don't really think we disagreed about anything. I mean, you didn't really say that you disagreed.
No, not at all.
I was talking about.
I just think we definitely could have gone even longer and deeper into some of these subjects even more. You know what I mean? But I think we just kind of naturally let it kind of go on. But like I said, hey, we're never.
The conversation just flows.
No better time to end than on skating the nude bowl. Skating the nude bowl.
That's right.
So we're gonna call it a night. Boom.
All right.
And look for the next episode, which should be an interview. Somebody special.
Hopefully. That was great.